Happy Monday. For writing today, we're going to jump right back into our expedition of Market Mania. I hope you pay close attention to this video because we're going to be doing something very special at the end of this week. And so to prepare for that, you have to pay attention to this lesson. Our target today says, I can create a question to ask an entrepreneur. Have you ever heard that word before? If you haven't, no worries. We'll talk about it in a minute. But first, let's review. So far, we've learned about products, producers, consumers, and vendors. What does each one of those mean? If you need to, take a moment to pause this video and think about, what is a product, producer, consumer, and vendor? We've also learned about shopping local, right? So as consumers, which we all are, we have the power to buy items that are local to us. Local just means that the products we buy come from our area or our community. There are a lot of benefits to buying local. Buying local means that we are supporting our community. It also means that our products don't have to travel far to get to us. More recently, we've been talking about these two words, sustainable products. Some products are considered sustainable products. A sustainable product is a product that has a positive or neutral impact on the community because it has these three things. First, it's made from materials that do not hurt the environment. Second, it is made in our community. And then third, it costs the price that members of the community can afford. So just so you can see it a little easier, here's our Venn diagram that shows the three components of a sustainable product. Again, it has to be made of materials that do not harm the earth. It has to be made in a location that's close to us, also known as local. And it has to be a price that most people can afford. So, now that we've done a little review, let's step back into the now of things. So we know that vendors sell products, but do you know the name for a special type of vendor who owns their own business? Well, if you heard that word Miss Anissa said earlier, then you already know. It's called an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who owns their own business. Entrepreneurs are a special kind of business owner. An entrepreneur is someone who organizes or creates their own business. They come up with their own ideas for their business instead of using someone else's idea. An entrepreneur's business is all theirs and not someone else's. Let's watch a video and see an example of a local entrepreneur. So we're about to watch a video from a local entrepreneur. Victoria is the owner of Ice Cream Jubilee here in Washington, D.C. Have you ever been to Ice Cream Jubilee? Well, if you haven't, no worries. We're going to learn more about this local entrepreneur who owns her own business, more specifically an ice cream shop. Let's take a look.
Entrepreneur. I just opened an ice cream store, and this is my first small business. I love ice cream because it's very special to me and my family. To me, it means togetherness and making time for the people who are important in your life. My favorite flavors change all the time. It really depends on what's seasonal and what sort of mood I'm in. Sometimes I like something a little surprising and different, and sometimes I just want some good old-fashioned favorites. My personal favorite that I always come back to is Dark and Stormy, because Dark and Stormy is one of my favorite cocktails. It has ginger and Gosling's dark rum. We infuse that all into the cream, and it's refreshing and light, just a little bit naughty, and it takes me away to the islands. Now that I'm making ice cream full-time, I really have full license to be creative. We're making ice cream about 10 feet away from where we're going to be serving it. And when we're not making our ice cream to be served in scoops and gallons, preparing for the weekend rush, we can experiment with flavors. I have a list like 60, 70 flavors long that I've been collecting for the past year and a half that I just have been trying to make time to make. And now I have the time to do that. And this is a huge accomplishment, but I just see so many more fun things ahead of us that I'm glad that I can be in this great place here.
Remember, an entrepreneur is just a person who starts their own business. It's cool to see how Victoria started her ice cream shop with her own ideas and creates flavors based on her favorite things. Let's learn a little bit more about being an entrepreneur. So, since we're going to sell our own products in our own market, we're entrepreneurs too. We just became entrepreneurs, so we're going to have to learn from some experts about how to run a business. So, something very special is going to happen. On Thursday, you're going to get the chance to meet some entrepreneurs from our community and learn all about their businesses. We will be able to ask them questions about what they do and how they do it. For your task today, I want you to write a question that you would want to ask an entrepreneur. Maybe you want to know what products they sell or how they sell them. Maybe you want to know about who their customers are and how they get them to buy their things. Or maybe you want to know why they opened their business. Whatever you want to know, write it down so we can ask them on Thursday. So, we all know that we want to be strong second grade writers. So let's remember that we need to use a capital letter to start off our question. We need to use spaces between our words. And we need a question mark at the end of our question. Here's an example. So here are some things I might want to know. How did you start your business? Look how Miss Anissa used the capital letter at the beginning. There's spaces between my words and I have a question mark at the end. So that's one thing I might want to know. How did you start your business? Another question I had was, what is your favorite part about being an entrepreneur? These are just two things I might want to ask. But for your task, I want you to write a question that you may want to ask our entrepreneurs on Thursday. Good luck with your task, friends, and don't forget our checklist. See you later. Bye.